1 minute to go, 59 seconds to go in the half. Your Bulldogs leading 20-0. So first and 25, almost back out to midfield. Hardy in motion. It'll be Blackburn on the inside trap, and he great chunk yardage there. Gets almost all of one penalty back plus some. Bulldogs take a timeout. Be their second, I believe, of the night. They took one earlier in the first quarter on a 4th down play. Again, your Bulldogs leading 20-0. 52 seconds to go. Here in the first half, Bulldogs used their second timeout. Trying to get something going here, put some points on the board just before half.
We'd like to thank our top sponsors this evening, our football gold sponsors. They are Dry Creek Baptist Church, Community Bank, Bird and Cook Floor Covering and Interior, Safeguard Pest Management, and People's Bank. Please support these businesses and organizations that support your targets.
All right, so after the timeout, 2nd and 12 for your Bulldogs. Be McGowan in motion. It'll be Hardy on the right side. Got some room. He's going to make the fuck out miss. Looks like he's going to be able to race to the pylon. And a great run by Hardy. A touchdown, Bulldogs. A 32-yard run by Hardy. His second of the night. Again, I said we'll get you caught up at halftime, but he's already had one big 48-yard touchdown run and had a 32-yard run as well. And both of his rushing touchdowns almost got him to 100 yards by themselves. So touchdown there by Hardy. Bulldogs line up for the PAT. 41 seconds to go. PAT is good. Snap by Sanders. Smith on the hole, Moore with the PAT punched through. So a great job there by the Bulldogs, scoring right before half. So if you're just joining us, we're at the 41-second mark in the second quarter, about to go to halftime here. Bulldogs leading 27-0. McLaurin did win the toss earlier. They deferred, and they'll get the ball to come out second half. All right, Maddox Moore will come out for the kickoff. We'll get his signal from the sideline. Oh, and it hit and the Bulldogs are going to get it at the 50-yard line. Maddox Moore kicked it hard and straight, and one of the first upbacks there had his back turned, and it hit him square in the back, bounced off of it, and it looks like either Ccht or Chapman recovered the ball. They both were there. Hit him about the 12-yard line mark, and so it did go past 10 yards, and the Bulldogs received. So a big break there for the Bulldogs. 36 seconds to go. We do have one timeout left. I'd like to go and go down here and put something else on the board. It'll be McGowan on the speed sweep on the left side. Probably should have brought that onto the sideline and got out of bounds. Bulldogs look like they may be 10 seconds on the game clock here. Be Hardy in motion. They're just going to give it to Sanders. He's going to be right out near the first down mark, and Bulldogs are going to be content with just going to half here. So a good first half, a slow first half start, to be honest with you, in the first quarter. A little sloppy on the first half, but kind of got it going towards the end of the first quarter, and then the second quarter was all Bulldogs. And your Bulldogs up 27-0 at halftime. Two scores from your seniors, Hardy and McGowan.
For your halftime entertainment, please welcome the MHS Games team to the field.
We're going to step aside here for a few minutes and let McLaurin
Tonight they will be performing
get their dance team and their band performance, and then we'll come back with you and got to get you caught up on the first half that we missed. All right, everybody, welcome back for the start of the second half. One thing they don't do around here is wait. They're ready to go. We're starting the third quarter 2 or 3 minutes earlier according to the play clock. during at halftime. We started about 4 or 5 minutes before 7. Again, like earlier, McLaurin deferred the coin toss, so they're receiving the ball. So the Bulldogs on their first drive in the first half went down inside the 30 and then actually turned it over on downs on the first possession. And McLaurin was held to 3 and out. A couple of a couple of shank punts from McLaurin on both of their possessions give the Bulldog good field position at either at midfield or either on the McLaurin side of the field. And then the next next 4 possessions, the Bulldogs have punched in touchdowns, 2 from Landon McGowan, 2 from Hagan Hardy. And an interception by Jake Gooden. A good hit in the backfield by Tim Miller as the quarterback let it go, and the ball just sailed high. Receiver never had a chance. Jake Gooden comes back from the cornerback position and being able to bring that down. And so the first play of the second half from McLaurin results in an interception and a turnover. Again, 4 touchdowns the last 4 possessions. After the first possession was a 4 downs and out. And a turnover on downs. Had a missed PAT. Had a 2-point conversion good. We've had a 2-point conversion fail. And then we've had a PAT that was good. That's how we ended up with 27-0 here in the third quarter. McGowan cuts it back up against the grain. Gets about 5 on the play. We apologize again earlier for technical difficulties on our camera side of things. If it could have went wrong, it went wrong tonight. We troubleshot it for as long as we had enough hair in our heads to keep pulling out, and then finally just defaulted to the phone. So may not be quite the quality you're used to here tonight, and the Zoom and all that may be a little bit different, but hopefully you got a good picture and a good sound. Hardy on the right side. This time he's upended over there on the outside by number 10 from McLaurin. Basically just got to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. If you're watching us here on Facebook, you can go over to YouTube, our YouTube channel, CCHT YouTube channel, Clark County Hot Topics. We're broadcasting there live. You can get all your advertisement sponsors, scoreboard, clock, and so forth over on YouTube. Being we're streaming directly from a phone on Facebook, it's not allowing some of those features on the Facebook side. So if you're sitting at home, want to pick it up on the big screen, put it on YouTube, throw it up on your TV, and enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Blackburn on the carry slips after the handoff and loses about 2 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 7 for the Bulldogs. And look like they're going to keep the offense on the field at the McLaurin 37-yard line.
Looks like they're going for it. 4th down.
It'll be Hardy in motion. McGowan on the left side's got some room. It's going to be a race to the corner. McGowan's got a race to the corner. And he is going to be in for a touchdown, Bulldogs. No flags on the play. McGowan on 4th down from the 37-yard line with a 37-yard run. And so the Bulldogs in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and then especially that stretch there with Mize and Clarkdale, really got burned on some of the big home run plays tonight, and 4 of our 5 touchdowns tonight have come on long runs for the Bulldogs. After the McGowan score, it'll be Sanders on the snap, Smith on the hole, Maddox Moore pushes the PAT through, and so your Bulldogs now lead 33-0 here early in the third quarter. 34-0 after the PAT. 9:47 to go in the third quarter. Hardy and McGowan basically just trading punches here tonight on long touchdown runs. Both of them have had 2 30-plus yarders. Howard Hardy had a 48-yard rushing touchdown. That one there, the last one you saw from McGowan, 37 yards. So the offense, after the really slow first, probably half of the first quarter, they really kind of turned it on offense. Hadn't had to punt or anything since then. There's a signal from the white hat, and I believe now that we're going up by 30, it'll be a running clock. So this is going in pretty quick here tonight. Now that we got a running clock going. And good kick, just jumped on about the 20-yard line, a little squib kick down the right side. Thought it was going to go out of bounds. He let it go initially, and then it kind of checked up, and so he had to go get on it before one of our guys got down there to it. And so McLaurin take over about their 21-yard line. First down and 10. Again, 9:28 to go. 34-0 Bulldogs. So across your line here for the Bulldogs, again, we saw we missed the first quarter and a half. Stevens and Miller at your defensive end, Williams and Dickerson at the defensive tackles. You got Kiltz, Blackburn at the linebacker core, along with Braden Johnson, number 25, back tonight after missing 4 weeks with a collarbone fracture. So good to have Braden Johnson, the junior, back at our outside linebacker position. Again, Blackburn, Kiltz, and Johnson at the linebacker position. Freeman, Irby, Gooden, and Goforth round out your defensive backs for your Bulldogs. A gang tackle there on the first down play for a loss of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. It's going to be a slant on the slant pattern, and Irby almost had the interception there. 13 was trying to catch it and hit just enough on his hands to knock it out of Irby's possession there. Irby was there on the slant pattern on the safety position covering. So it'll be 3rd and 13. Bulldogs come in tonight 4-2, 1-0 in district play tonight. The McLaurin Tigers, another second district game of the year. McLaurin comes in 2-4 on the year and 0-1 in conference play. Big game tonight, of course, in Region 5 3A is Kemper and Knoxville County. Kemper County and Knoxville County playing each other tonight. Early scores was 19-6 Knoxville in the first half. So Knoxville up 19-6 in Kemper County. We'll try to get that score to you a little bit later if we get that update on that. So being up 4th down and 12 after the 1-yard carry for McLaurin. Bulldogs with nobody back. It's going to be an end-over-end kick. It's going to go out of bounds. Got a good bounce back to the right. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 45. So the Bulldogs, after a decent punt there by McLaurin, one of the better of the night for McLaurin Tigers, are still going to have the ball started on their side of the field. It looks like we're going to get some substitutions here, so we'll try to get those for you. Looks like Cole Irby will be at the tight end position. 54, Dickerson, he'll be at the left tackle position. Number 72, Colt Cochran at the left guard position. Looks like Trey Williams will be the center. And 57, Levi Williams at right guard. 50, Brody Stevens at right tackle. Gavin Smith under center this time, hands it off to Alex Goforth with some hard running there after contact.
Number 10, Alex Goforth is the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Looks like number 3, Alex Smith, will check in on the play We'll have Blackburn as the fullback
Of about 6 yards.
position. Alex Goforth at the tailback on the left wing. Jake Gooden on the right wing. And pretty much everybody at this point. And a good hard running there by the Bulldogs. Number 3, Alex Smith, just checked into the ball game for Brody Blackburn. Again, your quarterback,
Number 3,
Gavin Smith.
the ball carrier, and he moves the chain.
And then the only position we hadn't got to yet is number 11, Mason Deason, out on the right tight end position.
Ball is on the 30-yard line. First and
So left to right, you've got Irby, Dickerson, Cochran, Williams. That'll be Trey at center, Levi at right guard, Stevens, Deason, and then in the backfield, Blackburn, Gooden, Goforth, and then Gavin Smith at the quarterback position. Be a speed sweep for Gooden on the left side. Got a flag on the play. I'm not sure if they get maybe Goforth for a hold, and that is going to be the case, it looks like.
Referee says holding against the Bulldogs. On the 40-yard line, first and 20 for Enterprise.
First and 20 for the Bulldogs. It'll be good and good move there and slung down by his jersey there.
Number 2, Jake Rubin is
We appreciate the update, Mitchell. Former classmate, 2002. Appreciate you joining us there, bud. Knoxville County 33, Kemper County 12. 33-12, and that's a halftime score. Knox will be winning against Kemper
Second
County.
and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs will host Knoxville County next week at Enterprise. Good inside run there. Just kind of lost his footing on the play there by Alex Smith.
They bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. First and 10 in the end zone for Enterprise.
So it'll be at the 20-yard line for the Bulldogs. First down and 10. Looks like Chapman will check in at the left wing back position. It'll be him in motion on a speed sweep off the right. It's going to be a race to the corner. We'll see if Chapman can get there. He's going to be knocked down after a good 15-yard pickup for Chapman off the right side. So the second guy's in tonight, moving the football here against McLaurin Tigers. Bulldogs leading 34-0, 34-0 with 2:40 to go in the third quarter under a running clock. So again, this one will wind up pretty quick. There won't be any more stoppage of the clock after 30. After a team is up by 30. At any point in the game, the MHSAA has a running clock. Some good hard running there by Alex Smith in the middle. Brought down after a gain of about 2. It's going to be down to the McLaurin 3-yard line. Again, second guy's in, trying to punch one in here. Chapman will check back in for Goforth.
Best I can tell for Enterprise.
It'll be Chapman in motion. It'll be him on the right side. He's going to cut it north and south, and he's going to punch it in. I believe he got into the end zone. And there is the signal. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A late call there from the side judge. I guess trying to make sure he'd gotten across the line there. And so Chapman, with his first touchdown of the year from 3 yards out, will score. Put the Bulldogs up 40 again. We'll have a running clock for the rest of the game, and so the rest of the night should go by pretty quickly here. Bulldogs line up in their water bucket type formation. They'll motion back to a normal field goal formation. It'll be Sanders to snap, Smith to hold, and Moore for the PAT. It's a good snap. It's a good hold and a good kick. PAT is good. Bulldogs 41-0. Again, we're probably going to get the end of the third quarter here with this running clock, so we don't have any stoppage. So we'll go to the third quarter with your Bulldogs winning 41-0. Again, your big game for tonight. Also in conference play is Kemper County and Noxubee County. Noxubee County leading that one 33-12 at halftime. We'll welcome Noxubee County to Enterprise next week for senior night, last home game of the season at L.J. Davis Field next week. Come out and support your Enterprise Bulldogs next week as they take on Noxubee County. Tigers again next week. We've got Tigers this week. We'll have Tigers 4 weeks in a row. Newton, Southeast Lauderdale, McLaurin, and Noxubee. Thankfully, tonight, the jerseys were a green and white color, not blue and white. I hadn't mispronounced any team names yet, so that's a positive for tonight. We'll try to take away from our technical difficulties. As difficult as it was for us to bear through that, we appreciate y'all kind of hanging in here. Just for comparison, if you're into that kind of thing, Kemper County played McLaurin last week and beat them 47-0, which is about where your Bulldogs are tonight, 41-0. So if you're into that kind of thing, comparing apples to apples, team versus common opponents, then Bulldogs shaping up well against Kemper County in 2 weeks. Maddox Moore will come out with a kickoff team to try to make the kickoff. Squib kick off the left, mishandled by the first guy, and then the second guy just falls down on it at about the 25-yard line. So squib kick left there, recovered by McLaurin, just fell down on at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10. Again, running clock, so 12 minutes, actually 11:35 to go. So outside of an injury timeout of significance, just a cramp or something wouldn't stop the clock. But out of anything significant, the clock shouldn't stop, and we should be done with the ball game here in about 11 minutes. While we have you again next week, last game of the season, senior night, we'll be continuing our fundraiser. Be able to donate to the Gridiron Club at the end of the season. So make sure you try to support that. If you've been at home watching all year, want to give a donation to the Gridiron Club, we'll take those up over the next 2 weeks. Also, shout out to the Pride of Enterprise. They will be in their state marching evals tomorrow. This is the first competition of grading for the year for the Bulldogs, trying to reach regionals. They'll be in the Neshoba Central tomorrow at 11:45 is their performance time. So come up to Philadelphia tomorrow in the Neshoba Central. Support your Pride of Enterprise at 11:45 tomorrow in marching evals, state marching evals, and a great tackle there by Gavin Smith. A good read and just beat number 3 to the corner. And a great tackle in open space there by Gavin Smith. Good read from way back at the safety position. That's just good instinct, good film study there by Gavin Smith. Going to bring him down for a loss of about 6. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16 from McLaurin. Just ticked under 10 minutes to go. Running clock, your Bulldogs up 41-0 here at McLaurin. Again, the first probably, I'd say 8 minutes of the first quarter out of the 12 was really slow and sloppy for the Bulldogs. And then ended up turning over on downs the first possession. And they're going to blow that dead. 55 jumped off sides. We'll try to get your defensive lineup for you here. We got our offensive earlier. We'll try to go across. We'll start in the backfield, the defensive backfield. Looks like we'll have Jeremy Goforth, Gavin Smith at the safety positions, Jeremiah Chapman at the right cornerback. We'll have Braden Bro at the left cornerback. Your linebacking core looks like will be Caden Mathis at the middle linebacker. Jaden Kiltz at the left outside linebacker. Number 65, Tyler Borkin at the right outside linebacker. Number 55, Spencer Weed at the defensive end. Number 17, Colt Cochran at the defensive tackle position. Trips right for McLaurin this time. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's just going deep for it all. And knocked down by number 7, Braden Bro. Couple of Bulldogs were in position there, and Braden Bro able to knock it down. So again, 55, Spencer Weed at the defensive end. Number 11, Mason Deason at the other defensive end. And then your inside tackles for the Bulldogs on defense, Colt Cochran and Levi Williams. So that'll bring up 4th down. 8 minutes to go, running clock here in the 4th quarter. McLaurin to back to punt again. Almost blocked there by Mason Deason, and that caused the punt to be pulled hard left. So only about a 17, 18-yard punt for McLaurin. And the Bulldogs, looks like they'll send our 3rd guys out. Good round of applause for the sidelines over there. These guys, they have the JV games, and a lot of these JV games get canceled on us throughout the year. So a lot of mom and daddies hadn't been able to see their kids play a whole lot this year. And so we'll try to get everybody lined up for you here. It looks like Mason Deason at the tight end position. Number 73, Brooks Thomas at the right tackle position. Hayden Godwin at the right guard. Looks like it'll be number 8, Easton Blackwell on the left side for a 2-3 yard pickup. Looks like number 4, Hayden Smith, which is the younger brother of Gavin Smith. Freshman under center. Number 7, Braden Bro in the backfield, along with number 8, Easton Blackwell. And number 3 at the fullback position, Alex Smith. 15, Gage Walters at the left tight end position. This will be Alex Smith up the middle. Good chunk running there by Alex Smith. All right, so we do got an injury timeout here. One of the McLaurin guys is down on the play. .73 Brooks Thomas out there. We'll try to zoom in here and get our JV guys here good and good on camera here, so folks back home can see what the future of Enterprise looks like. Looks like number 61 Hayden Godwin out, 72 Colt Cochran, 73 Brooks Thomas. Again, Mason Deason at the end. Hayden Smith, the quarterback. Easton Blackwell. Alex Smith.
One of our gold sponsors, Dry Creek Baptist
in the backfield running the ball.
all of you to our annual trunk or treat. Dry Creek is 1.5 miles from our school and will be hosting a trunk or treat for our
Number 21, Parks Bullock, also out. And number 15, Gage Walters out at the left tight end position. So I think we got everybody covered there. I'm sorry if I missed anybody there. Trying to get some of you JV guys, a shout out to them. Back to a running clock, 6:17 to go here in the 4th quarter. Your Bulldogs up 41-0. Looks like it'll be Chapman, Smith, and Blackwell in the backfield. Hayden Smith under center. It'll be Chapman in motion, and it'll be him on the right side. Cuts it north and south. Good running there by Chapman. Down inside the 20. He's going to be past the line of game. So a first down Bulldogs. Down at the 15 into the red zone. 5:50 to go with the clock running. Looks like number 7, Braden Bro, will check in for Parks Bullock. It'll be Chapman in motion again. This time it'll be Blackwell on a misdirection play. Runs up the middle, led into the hole there by 73 Brooks Thomas. moves it forward for about 6 on the play. So good pickup there for the Bulldogs. Down to the 10, 5:14 to go, the running clock. Again, next week at home, L.J. Davis Field. Welcome Noxubee County. Big division matchup next week here at L.J. Davis Field. It'll be the last home game of the season. We'll have senior night before the game with all the band, cheer, and football team. It'll be Alex Smith on the left side, just on a fullback dive. He's going to be all the way down to about the 1, maybe inside the 1. Alex Smith sets up the Bulldogs first and goal here, just ticked under 5 minutes to go. So the JV team really come out with a little enthusiasm, maybe a little frustration, all the games that's gotten canceled on them this year. First time we've seen the entire unit, I think, together this year so far. So they punch one in here for the Bulldogs. It'll be Blackwell in motion. He'll get it on the left side. It's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he falls just short of the line to gain, according to the far side judge. He's going to be down at about the 1 foot line for the Bulldogs. Like Parks Bullet will check back in at the tight end position. Number 4, Hayden Smith will bring him to the line of scrimmage after giving out the play. It'll be Smith, Chapman, and Blackwell in the backfield. Be Chapman in motion. The ball was fumbled, and Hayden Smith tried to pick it up, but was hit by the nose guard. But luckily, Alex Smith was there and was able to pick it up. He tried to pick it up. He was on his knees when he picked it up, and he tried to pick it up and then move the ball past the goal line, but the referees caught that, called him down again at the 1 yard line, so maybe lost a foot on the play. So 3rd down and goal for the Bulldogs JV side at the 1 yard line. It'll be Chapman in motion. It'll be Smith straight ahead on a fullback dive. And that's going to be a touchdown, Bulldogs. Your JV punching one in late here in the 4th quarter with 3 minutes to go on the running clock. Your JV team. You see all the other guys there, some of the upperclassmen congratulating their JV guys as they come off the field. Good sportsmanship there by the Bulldogs. And looks like Brody Blackburn is going to come on. And so we're going to hit all the JV side of everything. Brody Blackburn is going to come on for the extra point. And he's going to kick it through for an extra point. So the JV team as a whole completely converts. Brody Blackburn forgot the tee, the block tee out by the point there. So the JV team putting on a show here tonight, punching one in, and then actually coming through and doing the actual PAT as well by Brody Blackburn. So Blackburn has another mark to his resume for the year. So the Bulldogs, again, 48-0 here in the 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the running clock. So we'll be over with here pretty quick. Bulldogs will come out to kick here. Maddox Moore looks like he'll come out to do the kicking. Yeah, we'll apologize for the technical difficulties, but eventually just went to the phone to try to bring some of this to you. I was glad we got this to you. A bunch of your JV guys got in tonight, and good showing for them. They marched right down the field, punched one in, and put a PAT on the board. So good job there for the Bulldogs, the JV team. Maddox Moore to do the kicking. He has squib left, and he just falls down on it at the 30. So 1 minute to play. We'll basically get one playoff, it looks like, before the end of the game. Again, I want to remind you about our fundraiser taken up for the Gridiron Club. If you donate to us, we'll be able to give 100% of those proceeds back to the football team for equipment and jerseys and socks and helmets and all the things that requires all year for the football team. Next week at L.J. Davis Field for the senior night, last home game of the season, pending playoffs. We'll welcome in Noxubee County. And then tomorrow at 11:45 at the Neshoba Central up in Philadelphia, your band, Pride of Enterprise, will be playing in their state marching eval. So be sure to come up to Philadelphia tomorrow at 11:45 and support your band. 20 seconds on the clock. That should do it for the night here in Florence, Mississippi at McLaurin Attendance Center. And we're going to tick under 10, and I believe that is going to be the case. Looks like everybody is content with that being the final, and so your Bulldogs will take there's the buzzer, 48-0, your Bulldogs over the McLaurin Tigers tonight. Again, after a early kind of sluggish start, if you will, to the first quarter, Bulldogs really kind of put it on later in the game and never had to punt the rest of the night. Multiple touchdowns by Hardy, by McGowan. You had the JV touchdown by Alex Smith, the PAT by Brody Blackburn coming in. And so the Bulldogs with a really good showing here tonight against the McLaurin Tigers in Florence, Mississippi. It'll be a late night getting back, but a little bit earlier than we probably anticipated with the running clock. That helped us out. We started 5 minutes early. Then we started the second half about 3 minutes early, and so then we ended up with a running clock. So things moved pretty quick here, especially in the second half. Your Bulldogs, again, 48-0. We appreciate y'all hanging with us tonight. Appreciate you tuning in, YouTube and Facebook both. We'll sign off for tonight, and we'll have full setup for you next week. Remember, come early to LJ Davis Field. We'd rather have you there. Let these kids feel that environment, feel that atmosphere at LJ Davis Field for the last night. Remember, come early. We'll have senior night before the football game where they'll introduce, and we've got a bunch of them between cheer, band, and football. A lot of big senior class on football Friday nights, so make sure you come out next week to LJ Davis Field, 7 o'clock. And then again, tomorrow in Neshoba Central, the Pride of Enterprise and the state marching eval, 11:45 is their performance time, so make sure you're in the stands before 11:45 and support your Pride of Enterprise. $48-0, your Bulldogs. Their second district win. They'll move to 2-0 in conference play. McLaurin will fall to 0-2 in conference play. Your Bulldogs now 5-2 overall. Again, welcome to Noxubee County. We'll keep an eye on that Noxubee-Kemper County score. Noxubee was up early, and then they were up at half, 33-12. We'll see how the rest of that night goes, and then we'll welcome Noxubee County to LJ Davis Field next week. And then we'll go to DeKalb, to Kemper County, to round out the regular season and try to punch our way into the playoffs next 2 weeks. So, but a good second win of the season here in conference play. Bulldogs lead, win 48-0 to move to 2-0 in conference, 5-2 overall. Appreciate you tuning in tonight.